Rogers TV.
If you have a comment about this program, we'd love to hear it. Email or call us, or send us your feedback through social media.
You're watching Rogers TV.
Summer days, summer nights, lots of things to do, places to go, and people to see. If you're having a few drinks, be sure to plan ahead and get home safely. We don't want to pick you up. Drinking drivers risk injuries to themselves and others and take chances with their license, their jobs, and their future. Remember what's at stake and choose your ride, whether you're the driver, the passenger, or the party host. Thanks for supporting sober driving. I hope we never meet.
Visit arrivallive.org to find out more.
You're watching Rogers TV, St. John's.
If you want convenience, Marie's Mini Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
Yellow Belly food means fresh food. We source our ingredients locally and prepare them from scratch. Our meat is never frozen. Food's so delicious, we've got Good Times cornered. Yellow Belly Brewery, a proud sponsor of One Chef, One Critic.
Today in my kitchen, we have the battle of the chefs. We know they can cook, but who will get my critics' review for best dish?
Oh, I didn't know that. Did I left the fridge door open? Oh, wow. That's something that my wife actually remind me quite often. Close the fridge!
Well, I was hoping Brenda was going to pick up on that, you know, because that's all points. It's all points, you know. You've got to keep the fridge closed. It's supposed to be at 40 degrees.
Hi, welcome to Scoff Off. I'm your host, Brenda O'Reilly. Scoff Off is a lighthearted cooking competition where we take two guests, a secret basket of ingredients, and only 20 minutes on the clock. And today we have two fantastic guests. They are chefs. First time we've had chefs in the house. This is the first time we've ever had chefs on the show. So this is going to be exciting for me. I finally would get something I can eat. No, we've had some great guests.
Yeah.
So Steve Watson, welcome.
Thank you very much, Brenda. Looking forward to it.
Of course, you're no stranger to people, you know, out there because they know you from One Chef, One Critic.
Absolutely.
Town Crier, Chef of the Sheridan for years. A long history.
That's it.
A long history.
Yeah.
And of course, we have Maurizio Modica. How are you?
I'm very well, Brenda. How are you?
So, you know, I know you fairly well. Some people may know you. Of course, you are originally from Italy.
Yeah.
North of Italy.
Correct. The south of Switzerland, to be exact, is on the border with the north of Italy. Yes. My origin from
I just love your
Sicily.
accent, so I'm just trying to let you talk a little bit.
There we go, yes.
What's wrong with my accent?
Hopefully we don't need subtitles here or there.
So, you know, I know you both can cook. You're both phenomenal chefs, and so we don't need to worry about that part, but we're going to have a really good competition. When we come back, we're going to open the basket of ingredients. Stay tuned to Scoff Off. Welcome back to Scoff Off. Now guys, before we open the basket, I'm gonna go over the rules. There's 30 points in total, 10 points for the use of your basket ingredients. There's 4 things in there. You have to use some of everything in there. You don't have to use everything in there, but some of everything. And if you want to enhance your basket, you're welcome to use the stuff behind you here in the pantry or in the fridge. And all your pots and pans are over here, and your plates too for plating. You have 20 minutes in total. There's 10 points for taste, 10 points for use of basket, and 10 points for presentation. And anyway, may the best chef win. So you can open your baskets.
Okay.
Okay, so we got some date syrup, some fresh spinach, oysters, and pork belly.
Wow.
Okay, it's time to scoff off.
What the? Oh my God.
Okay, I'll take your basket out of your way. Steve, you can just flick yours over there out of the way.
Okay, Steve.
Yeah, there we go.
So now, everyone never knows what's going to be in the basket. It's always a surprise.
Oh my jumping. I'm not really a big fan of oysters. So, you know, a little creativity and try to figure out how to do this, but...
Oh my goodness, I thought I was going to get 3 pounds of liver, moose liver, but this is easy.
Wow.
Yes. So what are you thinking?
I am looking what he's doing.
I have no idea. I put frying pans on. It looks official now, doesn't it?
Even the chefs do that.
Yes.
Every guest I've had on the show so far has always defaulted to what the other person has done, so that's really funny that you said that.
Okay, let's thinking about this one. All right.
And Steve knows what he's after. He's already got a plan on the go.
Don't go too fast now, Steve.
No, don't go too fast.
Right?
No.
Don't make
He's
me...
only got 20 minutes like you, so he's got to go somewhat fast.
Yeah, so maybe we'll put a little bit of seasoning on these pork. Yeah, this
So
pork
Steve,
now.
you've been a chef for, okay, first of all, neither one of you are from Newfoundland originally.
No.
Yeah, you're from, as I alluded to already, you're from Great Britain, and of course Maurizio is from South Switzerland.
Yes.
So Steve, when did you come to Canada, Newfoundland?
I came to Canada in 1977, originally only for 6 months, and then I liked the women here, so I stayed here a little longer, that kind of. So I worked in every province in Canada until I came to Newfoundland in 1988, and I came here for a free weekend, and that free weekend was the long weekend in July, which I believe is Orangeman's Day. And then the weekend before that was Canada Day.
Says the British guy.
And then the weekend before that was St. John's Day. So you got 3 long weekends in a row.
Right.
So I said I was going to come here for maybe a couple of years, and the rest is history. I've been here now for 34 years.
So, Mitson, you're not from here either.
No. So I was born and raised in south of Switzerland, in Ticino. Switzerland is 4 national language country, so I speak Italian. And I came in 99 in Newfoundland. In 98 I came on vacation. There's a funny story of that one.
Well, we want to hear that story. So I know this story, but like tell people who are watching how you managed to come to Newfoundland, because it's a very interesting story.
So I was working in, I met people in Lucerne in Switzerland in 96, and I met some friends of mine from Kilbride.
From Kilbride, the Goulds, right?
The Goulds, yes.
Yep.
But be careful, because I think this is Kilbride and the Goulds are they're sharing the border.
They're all St. John's.
Oh, okay. So, and we were working together, and they were speaking about Newfoundland like if it was an oasis. So I was through my years, I went in 98, I was in London, in England, and I went to, I decided to come over on vacation. So I went to this agency, and this poor man working behind the agency spoke the same English that I did at the time, which is, you can imagine now, right? Imagine I was then. So I bought this ticket, and I go on the plane, and we go flying out from London, land in Halifax, supposed to come to St. John's, and I realize on the board says St. John, New Brunswick. I said, oh my God. So I'm going to the check-in, to the desk there, and I says, as I was boarding the plane, I says, hey, we're going to Newfoundland, right? No, we're going to New Brunswick. So I had the wrong ticket. Well, I didn't know that I had the wrong ticket, of course. And anyway, it was a little story in the airport.
So you took the long way to Newfoundland.
I did. I was like, yes, I was like 5 hours.
And so you've been here, you came from vacation, then you came back, and you've been here ever since.
Correct, yeah, in 99. I was.
So what was it about Newfoundland that made you come settle? Besides people, of course.
Yes. Well, the lifestyle then was really nice. It still is. But I find that everybody was very relaxed. And coming from Europe is incredibly, well, Chef, you can tell the same. It's incredibly busy, Europe, right? And everybody is always in rush, and everywhere they're going is always, on top of each other. Tons of very little space in Europe, where here was so open, right?
Right.
So it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And so then I went back in 98 and came back in 99, and here I am.
So you've been doing many different jobs. I'm going to just go back to Steve now, let you get a little bit of catch up here. So Steve, you're not off the hook.
Not off the hook. I thought it was great that he was talking away there, he's chopping away and everything else,
Oh my God. I have to turn on the burner here.
He knew what he was doing, and he knew his time frame. Maybe he had to be reminded at some point. Yeah, he had to be reminded, didn't he?
So most of us would know you from your years at the Sheraton.
Yep. Well, it was the Canadian Pacific Hotel, right?
Right.
Hotel, yeah.
Yeah. And so when did you start there? And like you were the head chef there for a long time.
Yeah, I was there from 88 until 99. And then from there, I went to Central Dairy, the sales food service, executive chef with them.
Right.
And the beautiful part about that, it gave me the opportunity to go to every community, every city, every town within the province, and Labrador as well, Newfoundland and Labrador.
Yeah.
So I went into all the hospitals, I went into the schools, because everybody bought milk, and I even went into the penitentiaries, but I never stayed there overnight, you know, that kind of a thing.
I'll get some jail cells you can come stay at.
Oh, yes you do, yeah, you're out in Harbour Grace, right? If that's what it takes, I'm willing to promote anything that she's got, you know.
And I think she liked to promote, Christmas in June, right? So every opportunity that Brenda has to be Brenda, she will be Brenda.
But Steve, you're wearing the Newfoundland Labrador chef's jacket there now, so I do know you do a lot of trade shows with the province.
I do, yeah. I've been to quite a few. Well, what we did, you've seen all the ads on TV, those beautiful ads for Newfoundland, and I travelled with a group promoting that. We went into places like Vancouver, we went into Edmonton, we went into Montreal and Halifax, promoting, of course, our wonderful province.
Yeah.
Which I was gracious because I'd been into a lot of the communities. And of course, once a year I go down to the Boston Seafood Show, so we're promoting all the seafood there as well. You see, so.
Yeah, that's lovely. So I gave you guys oysters and pork belly today, not only because I really like them both, but...
So it looks like these are maraschino oysters, the local oysters.
They're actually,
oh my goodness.
You're right, they're actually the local maraschino oysters.
Because I've worked with the oyster grower himself, Juan Roberts, out of Triton, and I've promoted them in Boston Seafood Show. I think they're a wonderful product. They're nice and sweet, small. They're not like these humongous things that you almost choke on, and they're amazing. I mean, it took him 10 years, 12 years to perfect, so he has a wonderful product. Yeah, this is one of the things that we do promote down there, actually, at the Boston Seafood Show. So.
Right, yeah. And so you left the industry and started working for private business, and I know right now you do a little bit of work for McCarthy's Party as well, but Maurizio, you also left the industry and went for a different, you're still in the culinary world,
yes,
but you're in retirement living.
Correct, yes. So I took a little deviation.
You were at a supermarket first for a little bit.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I was working for Coleman's.
Yeah.
And that also took me a little different paths, always in the food and beverage, but with a more balanced lifestyle, right? As a chef, you can appreciate it is a very challenging.
I mean, the restaurant industry is extremely challenging on a good day.
Yes.
But of course, working in hospitality and hotels and busy restaurants and stuff, I mean, being a chef, you're on your feet all the time. You're in a time frame, you know, everything's a deadline, right? It's a very stressful job.
It is stressful,
I don't think people realize how stressful the job can be.
So now I work in the Residence Hill there, and certainly was one of the fantastic move for me, and allows me very much to spend time with my family. And as a chef, you know, having dinner and supper with your family
is a treat.
This is a treat, right? Yeah, unless they come to you, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know my kids until they were 11 years old. It was 24/7, right?
Yeah.
That was the nature of the beast of the industry, right? So.
And the industry is really short. There's a lot of industry short staff, but in our industry, the back of house, the chefs and the cooks and the line cooks and all those people, we really are extremely short staffed right now. And it's not helping that 2 people left our sector.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
No, but I understand. And the work-life balance is challenging, but there's not enough people entering our industry in general, right?
No, and it's a scene because I think it's a profession, right? Many people take it as a job, and I think it's a very interesting profession, you know well, and
I think my knife needs to be sharpened, hey?
No, I'm pretty good. Yeah, my knife wasn't that sharp.
It's years of experience, and the first thing you're taught in culinary school is knife control, and you're cutting onions forever and a day, you know, and you've got to be very careful with a knife, because if you're talking, you can take the finger off, you know, so...
Do you have it?
Do I have to use all the oysters or some oysters?
Something, whatever you want.
If I use them all, is all the points?
No, you don't get more points for...
No, but if I don't use them all...
No, you don't lose points if you don't use them all.
Oh, okay.
You do what you're going to do now.
Yes.
You just got to present me one plate of food. It doesn't have to be enough for a family.
No, enough for a family. Oh, okay, yeah, so, all right.
Yeah.
That's good, that's good.
So, Steve, now working with McCarthy's Party, you get to see the tourists from the outside in.
Actually, well, I retired in 2018, and I knew I was... I knew I was ready to retire, and it's not very often you see a chef retire.
Right.
And I had the good fortune to be in Petty Harbour one day, and I came around the corner, and I saw one of the McCarthy's buses there, and I said to myself, I can do that, like this, you know. And
the town
I
crier.
had the gift of the gab, which I did, and I joined them the following year in 2018. So I've been driving with them for 6 years now. And I have an amazing time. I've met some of the most amazing people that you could ever imagine from all over the world, and they just knew, they just loved Newfoundland, and we have a story to tell.
Yeah.
You know, and they're very, very unique.
And it's clear that you love Newfoundland.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Right.
Would not change it for the world.
Yeah, so Maurizio, used to have the restaurant Two Chefs.
Yes.
So who was the other chef?
There was Todd Perrin,
Right.
which is still a great friend of mine. And yeah, that was a good time.
He just got a restaurant down the road from here. It's my local restaurant.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love having Water West down the road. It's
Water
wicked.
was correct. And he has Mallard as well, of course.
So you used to live in this house as well at one point.
That's one good stories, yes. I lived upstairs, actually.
Yeah.
With a friend of mine. And yes, it was very interesting. I was here 1 year and a bit. So I can't wait to go see what's happening.
Yeah. Changed a lot since then.
I'm sure it was. Yeah.
The whole place has changed. So what do we do about the industry, like with the shortage of chefs and cooks? I think we need a proper culinary school here.
I agree with it wholeheartedly, 100%. It's a challenging industry to be in, but it should be also recognised. You know, if you're a chef, you should be called chef. You know, if you're a cook, you know, there's different levels of cook. You know, whether it be saucier, poissonnier, short order cook. Oh, I'm a short order cook. It sounds that extra level rather than just a cook. Oh, I'm a short order cook.
I think it's a cultural thing. I call my job a profession. And I think until it's understood and appreciated.
But you're both European, and you understand, like, chefing has always in Europe has always been a really well-respected profession.
That's correct.
Right.
Yes.
So, Steve, tell me about the town crier.
Town crier. This happened about 25 years ago. I said I always wanted to be a town crier. Now, Christopher Picard, of course, the town crier of St. John's, and I'm from Mount Pearl. So I phoned up the mayor of Mount Pearl, Dave Denine. I said, look, I want to be the town crier. And he said, what are you talking about, Mike? He was sick at home in bed. I said, well, I've got the tunic, I've got the tricorn hat, I've got the bell, I've got the scroll, and I'd like to be the town crier of Mount Pearl. And he said, OK, let me put it by council. So he went to the council. He phoned me back the following day. He said, yes, your first gig is the Frosty Festival in Mount Pearl in a week's time. I had nothing. I didn't have the gown, I didn't have the bell, I didn't have anything. So with that, I went to a local
Chris, can I borrow your stuff?
Steve, Chef Watson, certainly he is a legend. He sells himself really well. That's why Steve and Brenda actually they're very similar. They're going really well together. Yeah.
I was the town liar indeed, and I got caught out. I got caught out very, very much so. But I came around. It's all about deadlines, and we met the deadline.
It's a lot of fun, and you do ice sculptures as well.
I do. Basically, I'm the only one carving on the island now, or this side of Montreal, really. And we're last year, between myself and my son, we came fourth in Canada.
Oh, wow. I mean, these aren't little tiny ice sculptures now. You're taking, how big is the block of ice you're starting with?
The blocks of ice start at 400 pounds. So it's quite heavy to lift, as you can well imagine. And I'll carve anything from full bars to luges. I'll leave that to your discretion. What people want, I'll go for weddings.
Yeah.
And things like that. So it's turned out to be quite a good thing.
And I've had the privilege of using some of your ice carvings over the years, and as a luge in a bar, you put your drink down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really
Absolutely.
neat. You got 5 minutes left, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really kind of neat, right?
Yeah. It's unique. It's the wow factor that you always want to do, you know. So.
It's amazing. Your sculpture are really nice looking.
Aren't they? They're just beautiful. I think they're brilliant.
And from a block
and
it
you can
becomes
do
something.
wedding themes. You can do like festival themes. You can do almost anything with that, for sure. It'd be nice really to have like an ice bar, like one built out of ice.
Oh, well, I've done them.
Yeah.
I do 10-foot bars. I'll do them as big as this, and I'll carve the logos in them and things like that.
Wow.
You name it, we can do it.
Right. How long does it take you to do a typical sculpture?
I tell everybody, because when you see the detail, it takes about probably 3 or 4 hours, but in essence, most of them only take maybe 20 minutes.
And you're using
an hour.
a chainsaw?
I use chainsaw, die grinders, and chisels.
Okay. And so, Steve, I'm fascinated with these ice sculptures now. Where do you store it? Where do you do it? Like you have a freezer?
No, I do it down at Murray's. Well, you see all the ice blocks, the ice cubes in the grocery stores?
Yeah.
And I do it down at the ice block.
Oh, okay.
Down in Manuals there.
Right. You deglaze in your pan there with the little... Have you ever used a date syrup before?
Date syrup? No.
That's date syrup. I thought it was maple syrup. I never read the bottle.
It smells very unique too.
I tried to put something in there to throw a little curveball, right?
Yes, you did a good job.
Oh yes, you did a good job, all right.
Exactly, she did. Yes.
Oh, you're going to throw your oysters in there? Okay.
Brenda,
You're just
pretend that I know what I'm doing here.
You got 3 minutes left now, and you're saying, okay.
Yes.
This is what we do, right, as chefs?
Yes.
We have to do things on the fly sometimes and fix things, and a mistake happens, and all of a sudden you got to be able to fix it, right?
Correct.
You got to be able
It's
to
only
think on your
tasty
feet.
spoons and teaspoons.
Hey, right here, the glass in front of you.
Oh.
I got to shut this thing.
Yeah, well, there's spoons there too. I'll see he's tasting his food. Look at these chefs tasting their food.
Oh!
Right?
Is it good?
C'est magnifique. Ça c'est the entrée. C'est the appetizer.
Okay, let me try myself. Mine. Here it is.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Hold on.
He can go say something in Italian now. What?
Oh mamma mia.
No, that's a movie.
Sono proprio spinaci buonissimi con un po' piccanti.
You're
Guarda
supposed to put it on your plate.
Oh yeah, we do now.
You got to do that.
I had to try this
So
thing.
Steve, what was when you first started and decided you wanted to follow a career in culinary?
Yep.
I'm impressing myself, chef.
What was your thought there? Like, I mean, you were a young man.
Yeah, I left school when I was 15 and a half, which you could do at that time, in England. And I had a grade 12 education. And I was from a part of the country that was coal mines. It was the fishery.
Yeah.
And it was also coal mines, fishery, and steelworks. And I didn't want to go into any of that. So apprenticeships were still big in everybody's mind.
Yes.
So I wanted to go into the culinary profession, and an opportunity came up to go to London, England. So I went from a town of 400 people, say from Petty Harbour, to go to London of 10 million people. Right. So it was an eye-opener. It was split shifts. It was 6.5 days a week, and I enjoyed it immensely. I wouldn't change it for the world, So.
Right.
And I just carried on from there.
And so, what about you? What got you into the culinary field?
I was a young man in my little town, and this guy was cooking away, and I was fascinated by this man being a chef. So when I was 12, I decided to be a chef. And,
when you were 12?
Yeah, so I'm one of the lucky, I guess I started...
Some people are playing with dinkies. I'm going to be a chef.
I started working also at a young age, but I was fascinated. I always cook with mom as well, of course. And I was fascinated with...
Did you say you cook with your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I was fascinated by all these flavors.
You keep going, yeah, okay. Steve is... He's got his plate there showing off now. Oh, he's found some balsamic drizzle. Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I need it too. No,
yeah,
I don't.
No,
I
you
don't.
Need it. You got drizzle there. You got drizzle going on. Well, that's fantastic. I'm going to let you finish that off now, Maurizio. Wow, I can't wait to try this today. So when we come back, we'll taste the dishes and see who wins. Stay tuned to Scoff Off. Welcome back to Scoff Off. Now, this is fantastic. They both look excellent. They really, really do. So you both use all your ingredients. So Maurizio, you got spinach in underneath your shell. I like your use of the shell. You took the oyster out and put the...
Yes, I put in the spinach was sauteed with some onions and, it was shallots and garlic and cherry tomatoes. And there's jalapeno in there, so we're going to give you a little...
Okay, a little heat.
Heat.
And I didn't give you enough protein, so you had to add some shrimp.
Yes, I think it's just... No, thanks. I like the elevation, I don't know. I thought, I looked at the fridge.
You're clearly not responsible for food costs.
Wow.
He did work for me, I know this.
You paid him well.
Exactly,
I'm joking. Anyway, here we go.
Go away.
I don't know where, I gotta try the pork belly and the oyster because that is, the main. I will take out some spinach and stuff. The oysters are a little raw.
Yeah. I left it on purpose to be, I think, Anyway, you do.
It's very good. Don't taste me shrimp. No. Shrimp wasn't perfect. I'll try that later.
Yeah.
To be fair. Okay. So, Steve, your oysters?
Yep.
Anything on them?
No, I wanted to keep them straight because they're fresh, they're local, and they're from Arnold's Cove and Maurizio Bay. So I didn't want to lose that flavour.
They are good.
And I wanted to keep that as an appetizer, so to speak.
So what do you have in your mixture here?
In the mixture there, what I did, I cooked the whole of the belly pork because I wanted flavour. It's like cooking a whole prime rib this big, you've got all that flavour there. Right. But I only wanted small portions of it, so I was thinking of the main entree. And to that, I added some of the date. I thought it was maple syrup, but it was the date syrup. It's absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. And with some leeks, and of course the spinach is in there, and a little bit of shallots. And for garnish around here, I noticed out in your greenhouse here that you had the beefsteak tomatoes. So I was thinking of you when I put the tomatoes on the plate.
Wow. That's brownie points taking. I don't know.
I'm thinking the tomatoes are like...
You're trying to get brownie points, yeah?
Well, whatever it takes, I tell you.
Oh my goodness, this beef
Okay,
is
so how do you suggest I eat this? Do I eat that and then...
No, well, the appetizer first, the oyster.
Oh, okay.
Oyster first, because that's the appetizer. Okay.
You got to add the procedure.
The procedure, yeah.
I understand.
And now...
They are beautiful, by the way.
They are, as they are, And the pork is nice and al dente, it's cooked nicely and everything else. And I think you should have some of the sweetness because I drizzled it with some balsamic vinegar with some of your beefsteak.
Growing greenhouse.
They're both really, really good. I have to say, I'm delaying it here because I got presentation, use of ingredients, all this going through my head. Today's winner is Maurizio.
Yeah. Hooray! I passed the torch, my friend.
Sounds like he's happy to lose.
I don't know.
Steve, do the town crier.
Oh yay! Oh yay! And thank you all for watching Scoff Off on this wonderful evening. Thank you, Brenda and Maurizio.
We'll see you next time. These guys can cook, but unfortunately there can only be one winner. And today, this critic gives Maurizio the best review. He takes it for presentation.
Well, Maurizio, I'm so glad you won. But you know something? It's so lonely at the top.
Oh, wow.
No, it was great. It was great to be aside of you again, Maurizio, under fun circumstances.
My pleasure. It's always a nice time.
Focused on quality and convenience, there isn't much you won't find at Marie's Mini Mart. Home-style breads, sandwiches, plus a variety of artisan breads and delicious single-serve desserts available exclusively at our Frecker Drive location. Marie's Mini Mart, with 25 locations wherever you go, there we are.
Yellow Belly food means fresh food. We source our ingredients locally and prepare them from scratch. Our meat is never frozen. Food's so delicious, we've got good times cornered. Yellow Belly Brewery, a proud sponsor of One Chef, One Critic.
If you have a comment about this program, we'd love to hear it. Email or call us, or send us your feedback through social media.
Paradise! Thursdays on City TV.
I'm feeling anxious, a little nervous.
Tanner's so hot.
He's cute.
You just